Hey guys, we just had day one of BlizzCon. I have been on podcast and streaming for 14 hours straight now, between all the various podcasts that I was invited to, plus my own, the New Meta podcast with Fluff. It's been crazy, man. It's been a crazy day. So I wanted to spend a little time and go over my thoughts and opinions on day one of BlizzCon for Diablo. This isn't an organized overall review. This is just my initial impression. I haven't got to watch a lot of these videos over and analyze frame by frame. This is just more what I felt the vibe was from BlizzCon and my overall opinion and reaction and how hype or unhype I thought it was. But I'm going to throw some footage up from the BlizzCon presentation and I'll give you my day one impressions. If you guys didn't see it, I was part of the BlizzCon opening ceremony.
And I look to video games as a way to escape from that sort of reality. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad video games were there for me.
I'll never stop playing video games.
There's no way.
I recorded probably 40 minutes of footage for them, and they took the one line. I'm so honored that they took the one line. It's funny that's the one that they picked out of all the footage I gave them. And then towards the end, they have me saying some other lines. My voice is part of the audio that they're using in the outro. All right, so a quick first overview on what I thought about Diablo as a whole IP from this BlizzCon. I felt this was a pretty big BlizzCon. I felt this was a pretty pog BlizzCon for Diablo as a franchise. The reasons being, we got Diablo 4 class announcement, which looks really good. We got the Diablo 2 remaster announcement after BlizzCon of thinking we were going to get it. And then we got Diablo Immortal in the pipeline. We got 3 Diablo titles in one BlizzCon, which is pretty nutty. I felt like I'm going to go kind of in order of importance for me. Personally, Diablo 4 is ranked #1 on my list of things that I want information about at BlizzCon. And on Diablo 4's reveal, we got the Rogue gameplay trailer and information about the Rogue. I felt it was phenomenal, man. I honestly didn't think that a rogue or a class reveal for Diablo was going to be that hype, but the rogue class looks amazing. The lunge ability looks sick. The poison pools that are left on the ground just confirms that A, poison damage is in the game, and B, that rogue is going to be able to utilize it very well. But everything from the mobility the class has, the range, the melee, like it just looks so much fun. And if D4 were to drop today, it looks like it would be the class I would pick. We'll have to see what that 5th and final holdout is, but man, it looks exciting. We also got more information on Diablo 4. They talked about PvP a little bit. They also talked about a camp system. I may be using the wrong word. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video, but it looked like they borrowed a lot of gameplay elements from Division 2, actually, which is really surprising because the PvP area in Diablo 4 looks to be like the Dark Zone of Division 2. I really like the Dark Zone as a concept in Division 2. I don't feel like they implemented it as good as they can. I think PvP in Division 2 is kind of one-shotty and super quick speed kills and just not implemented as good as the concept is for Dark Zone. And so let me go over this really quick in case you don't know how Division 2 works. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours in Division 2 and hundreds of hours in Division 1. I'm pretty familiar with how it works. If they copied the system 1 for 1, which it looks like they're pretty close to it, you're going to go into this PvEVP environment. While you're in this PvEVP environment, you can kill NPCs and get items and currency. Now, they specifically said the word currency and not items, but I would be surprised if at final implementation you can't actually loot items as well. You're going to take those things to a shrine and then purify them or make them yours. They're not yours until you complete this purifying ritual. And so during this entire process, if another player comes and attacks and kills you, they can take the items or the shards that you have and it becomes theirs until they purify it and then it's theirs. So this is very similar in Division 2. You enter the Dark Zone, you get loot, the loot's contaminated, You have to take the loot to an extraction point and then extract it to get the loot to become yours. Very similar setup. This system is extremely fun and it brings this level of anxiety that just doesn't exist anywhere else in any other game mode I've played, whether it's Arena in World of Warcraft or Battlegrounds or first-person shooters or BRs. You don't have that same level of, oh man, I just got this really good item, I need to extract this, and you're on edge and you're so nervous that somebody's gonna come jump you and take your item. Or vice versa, where you see somebody and you kill them and take their item and they have a really awesome item. You're like, oh man, I gotta get this out, I gotta extract this. So it's a really cool thing, and I understand a lot of people aren't gonna like that anxiety that comes along with it, but it is such a rush and it is so fun. And I really hope that they implement this system well. I think it's okay that they borrowed this from Division 2. I think if they can improve on the system, it could be phenomenal in Diablo 4. As far as that goes, you know, the opening trailer was beautiful. The ears were really cool effect they added in the trailer. Seeing this trailer just reminds me how beautiful Diablo 4 really is. This game is phenomenal looking. The rogue class looks great. So all in all, I think that the announcements we got, although they weren't groundbreaking news, we did get to see some endgame activities in PvP. We did get to see the new class reveal that looks amazing, and it's just all in all a lot of pog for Diablo 4. I am so excited to play this game again. Keeping the video kind of concise because I still have to go over my thoughts and stuff. I want to hit up Diablo 2 really quick. I know there's a lot of Diablo 2 fans out there, and I know that you guys really wanted the game to stay true to its roots. It looks like that is the route that Vicarious Visions is taking with this, and they killed it, man. They did a really good job. Me personally, from a greed standpoint, I'm a little disappointed that they didn't add any new endgame or any activities to do that's a straight one-to-one Diablo copy. But they weren't making this game for me. They were making this game for people that like to grind Diablo 2 the way it is. They just want it to look a little prettier and run a little bit more 2021. Overall, from a graphical perspective, it is a huge leap over what D2 was. That being said, I still don't think it looks like a game that was made in 2021 or even 2020 or 2018. It still looks like it's a 10-year-old game, even with the graphical improvements. That's a little disappointing to me personally. I know if you play Diablo 2, you're like, P, you're crazy. Yeah, but compare it to Diablo 4. I know that it's outlandish to expect it to look like Diablo 4, but they had to build that rendering engine over top of the base engine that the game already uses. So it kind of would have been cool to see like some really crazy stuff pulled off. But that being said, it's still super acceptable and it looks much better, and I'm definitely going to play it when it comes out. That is really about all I have to say on D2. I'm excited to play it when it comes out. It'll be Diablo content. I don't think it's going to be the game for me that I play for thousands and thousands of hours. I think it'll be a game for me that I jump into and play through the campaign with a couple characters, maybe try to get some end-game builds on a couple characters, but ultimately I'll probably shelf it after, 100 hours or something. But I'm excited. I'm super excited for everybody that's getting to play it and all those hardcore Diablo 2 fans, all the nostalgia that exists around this game. And then last but not least, we had Diablo Immortal. I got to play the technical alpha. It's a fun game. It's gonna be good. I think the game has a bad rap from the way they announced it in 2018. I don't know if they'll ever get over that. I think that they're doing the best possible job they can to recover from that horrible announcement. It's just not the game that gets me super excited because I don't really like the mobile game. It's just not my cup of tea. I do think the game is fantastic. I played the game and it's really good. If they would port it to Nintendo Switch or to PlayStation or Xbox or something like that, where I could actually throw some horsepower at it and play it with maybe a controller or at least on a TV or monitor, I think it would be much more up my alley, and it would be probably better than Diablo 3 if they could get the monetization right. Ultimately, Diablo Immortal still looks fantastic, and if it gives me something to play when I'm stuck on my mobile phone, which isn't very often, but if I'm waiting for an appointment or my wife and I go shopping and she's looking at purses or something and I can just play 15 minutes of Diablo Immortal and have a good time, then cool, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Diablo Immortal was good. I think personally for me, the highlight of the day was me being in the BlizzCon opening trailer. That's the highlight for me for the day. And man, what a day. My voice is gone. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to talk tomorrow. I've been yapping and streaming all day, man. It's been like 14 hours. So out of 10, I would give this BlizzCon a solid 9 out of 10. The reason that it's 9 out of 10 is because we got so much Diablo content. We got Diablo 4, Diablo Immortal, and Diablo 2 Remaster. I don't really know what other Diablo content people could have asked for. We got some cosmetics in Diablo 3. If you paid for them, it's just kind of bad. But we got Diablo 3 cosmetics. They look really good. I get to be on some of the interview panels for Diablo 2 and for Diablo 4. So that will be pretty cool. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the videos. I stream twitch.tv/the Pchild. You'll catch me live. You can catch me on the New Meta podcast. I was on Danktuary's podcast today talking about stuff. So we've been all over. If you like Diablo content, keep an eye out for me. And I will see you guys soon. Follow me on Twitter @the Pchild if you want some constant updates and scheduling things and any new information or leaks that I happen to get. Peace.